Well, hello, fellow Toastmasters. My name is Johnny Randolph, and today I have a special guest. He is the chairman of the DETC, and we're going to talk to him about his roles and responsibilities and some very special events. How's it going, Derryck?
It's going pretty well, Mr. Randolph. I'm having a good day so far. Glad to be on this interview.
Good stuff. So, you are the head of the DETC. In Toastmasters, we get very comfortable using acronyms a lot of the time. Can you please explain what is the DETC?
Sure, the DETC is made up of a group of Toastmasters, and we all come together, and it's officially named the District Education and Training Committee.
District Education and Training Committee. So, what are some of the responsibilities of the DETC?
The DETC primarily takes care of all the training initiatives throughout the district. So we put on the two TLIs training sessions throughout the year, which are held in the summertime and in the wintertime. We also sometimes help out with the education series during the conferences. And those are pretty much our main events, but we do have some webinars throughout the year as well. So any training activity that goes on through the district is usually held through the DETC.
So you were an education person. Does that mean you were like the straight A student in school and everything like that?
Far from it. I was a kid that had to really sit down, study, just to make a B. Education didn't come easy to me, so it was something I definitely had to continuously work on.
Okay. Then what motivated you to want to be the chairperson of the education committee?
I feel like I've gained a lot from Toastmasters. I
Mhm.
was always a person who was very introverted, didn't know how to speak, couldn't hold on a conversation even with one single person, let alone a room full of people. And I wanted to give back to other Toastmasters to see where I've come from and to help others do the same. So education in Toastmasters is a big part of that. So I wanted to be able to help others achieve their goals as well.
Well, I know in Toastmasters, we are always looking for volunteers, support, those types of things. If one person was interested in joining the DETC or even one day aspiring to succeed you as the chairperson, what would that person have to do?
I say, please do. Please help. Come support the DTC. It's not one person that runs it, it's a team of people. And without the team, we couldn't make the education sessions happen in District 40. If you want to be a part of the DTC, reach out to us. We have an email. It's DETC at D40toastmasters.org. And any one of us can help you become a part of the team. And all you really need is just a heart to serve, someone that really wants to help the education sessions run smoothly, to make them fun, interactive, and a great learning experience. So if you have that heart, we definitely want you to be part of the DETC.
Okay. Take me through example of how you set up one of your training exercises.
Labor of love. The DETC, we currently meet once a week, once a month. And what we do is we come together as a team and we decide to see what education we think the district is needing. And that's a big part of why we need help. We need help from each division because we don't know what's going on in each division. So we have a representative from each division that would be a great help so we know exactly what the needs are. Once we determine the needs of the district, we would come up with a training session or an agenda of different classes to help train the members of District 40. Along with that, we do have the 7 core officer sessions that we have to train according to TI standards. So once we come up with an agenda, then we need to come up with the actual sessions that we're going to present to the Toastmasters. And once those sessions have been determined, starts the process of finding facilitators to lead those sessions. And I'm sure most of your listeners out there have gotten those emails or phone calls or text messages from me asking, please help facilitate a session at our TLI. And I am still looking for a few for this upcoming TLI on the 24th.
So let's talk about the TLI. So TLI, what does that stand for?
TLI is the Toastmasters Leadership Institute. That is the core training courses that TI Toastmasters Institute offers to the Toastmasters and all around the world.
When I come to a TLI, what should I expect?
You should expect to get together and talk with your fellow Toastmasters, have some camaraderie, also learn from one another, and also be willing to give to teach your other Toastmasters as well. You should come expecting to learn your officer roles, be able to ask questions, get those questions answered, and be able to feel that you walked away learning something that you didn't know prior to coming in.
Okay. Well, the TLI, you said it is June the 24th.
Yes, June the 24th.
At from what time to what time?
We're going to start at 9 a.m. That's going to be a registration period. So you can come in, register for the TLI, and just talk, fellowship with one another. And then we should start the first session, I believe, is at 9:30. And then we're going to go to about 3:30 in the afternoon.
Okay. Now this is on a Saturday. I've worked all week. I went to my club meetings. Why should I spend my Saturday from 9 o'clock to 3:30 or 3 p.m. at this TLI thing? What are the benefits for me?
The benefits definitely, if you have any question about your officer role, they can be answered there at the TLI. You're going to have the experience of Toastmasters that have been around for a long time, that have dealt with every situation possible that you are dealing with. So you'll get that experience. You'll be able to chat with them, talk to them. You'll also have access to the top three. The top three in our district are going to be at the TLI, and they're going to be teaching some of the sessions as well. So if you ever want to talk to and find out how they made it to that level, this is a perfect opportunity for you to do so. In addition to this TLI, since it's going to be our first in-person TLI that we've had in the last 3 years, we get back to that in-person connection. So that's going to be a great opportunity for you to associate with each other and not look at each other on these little 2 by 2 inch screens. Also, we're going to have a little fun element this year. We're going to have an evaluation speech contest. This year in District 40, the two contests that we're going to be putting on are the evaluation and the international speech contest. So if you do come to the TLI, you're going to have the opportunity to practice being in an evaluation speech contest. So once you fill out your registration form, check that box and select that you would like to participate in an evaluation contest, and you can become one of the competitors. It doesn't
Hmm.
mean anything in terms of the normal contest that we have in District 40, but it's a fun event. Just like you and I, Johnny, we like to compete a lot. And if we were going to compete in this contest, we would have bragging rights. Hey, Derryck won. Derryck
Whoa,
beat
whoa, whoa,
Johnny
whoa, whoa,
again
whoa,
in
whoa,
the
whoa!
evaluation
You mean
contest.
Johnny? You would have won, right? That's what you're saying. So
But
it's go ahead. Sorry, I cut you
no,
off.
you're fine. You're fine. We're also going to have a networking lunch. The lunch will be provided, and you're going to have time to have those conversations with Toastmasters that you haven't seen in a while in person. So it's going to be a great event all around.
So it sounds like there are a lot of activities transpiring during the TLI. We got the opportunity to meet and network with the trio, as you stated. There's networking opportunities. There's opportunities to learn about your officer role and additional roles. There's opportunities to be competitive and even enhance simultaneously enhance your communication skills.
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. How long does it take you to plan TLI along with your committee?
So we actually started planning this TLI back in March. And we usually need that amount of time to find a location to rent or to use to host the TLI. And it also takes that amount of time to come up with the training sessions and the amount of training that's going to be in each session. And then also to try to find the facilitators. It takes a little bit of time coming up with the promotional material as well. So we usually plan about 3 months in advance to start planning for a TLI.
Okay. Well, Tell me, you're speaking very eloquently and very passionately about the benefits of TLI. Tell me about an exciting moment that sticks out to you from having attended one of the TLIs.
I can think back to a TLI. I would say it has to be at least 5 years ago now. One of the first TLIs that I went to, and you and I actually were there together. We ran into this young man. He was new Toastmaster and elected to be president of a Reynoldsburg Toastmasters Club. And he
Mhm.
came up to us and he was like, "Hey guys, I have no idea what a president's supposed to do in a club." And you, I, and another Toastmaster, we got together with this young man, and we came over to my house, I believe, and we had a little dinner, and we sat down. We told him exactly what it takes to be a president of a club, and then you and I actually went to that club to help this young man out, and we became members of that club. So the TLI for me is definitely a place where we can learn from each other, we can mentor each other, and we're going to build each other up to make sure that we succeed and meet our goals individually.
I am glad that you brought that up. I actually had forgotten all about that. And that was a great time, man. Now that club, Reynoldsburg, is actually my home club.
Yes.
We would have never done that if we had
Yes.
not attended TLI. And we met extraordinary people in Reynoldsburg, and it's had a significant impact on my life.
Definitely, I 100% agree. We're still members of that club today, 5 years later. Yeah,
Yeah, and if you think about it, that time we were all presidents. Now you're the chairperson of the DETC. We have both achieved the DTM status since then. We're right. We are taking on different leadership positions in the district. And I'm going to tell you something that you probably didn't even remember. The other person that you mentioned who attended that meeting was Michael McCoy, who is now the program quality director
right.
for District 40. So, wow,
Exactly,
yeah.
yeah.
So that was a great experience. Wow, when I was thinking of TLI, I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, it's a great opportunity to network with people." All right, Derek, we appreciate you taking time to speak with us. Do you have any final words before we leave?
I would like to say I think everyone should come out to the TLI, not just because it's the event that I'm putting it on, but it's an event where you can 100% get your questions answered, that you can fill up someone else's cup that wants to learn, that wants to have the experiences that we have as experienced Toastmasters. And it's a opportunity, like we said, for that network connection. Toastmasters is a great opportunity to the network. I am horrible at networking. It's something that I'm still trying to learn, but this is a way that we can practice that. In my professional life at Chase, one of my mentor wants me to start learning how to network and be more effective at it. And I plan to use Toastmasters as that networking opportunity to gain that experience and to learn how to network. So I want to encourage all of you Toastmasters out there, if you have the opportunity and availability to come out on the 24th, please do so. There is something that we need in our lives to learn and be better at. And you can practice that here at Toastmasters and at the TLI. So I hope to see everyone there at the TLI on June the 24th at Grange Insurance at 9 a.m.
Absolutely. I concur with everything that you said. And in addition to that, it is going to be great to be back in person. Like you
Be
said, to
back in
see faces.
person, yes.
And nothing duplicates the energy of a live audience. And for my Toastmasters leaders out there, if you are looking to present professionally or present to large groups at your job or in your personal life, this is a great opportunity to learn how to do that because unlike our regular meetings, as presenters, we get what 50 to 55 minutes and you come up with a live presentation in front of people. It teaches you about the preparation, it teaches you about showing up, and it teaches you like how to pivot because everything doesn't always go the way you plan. So when that PowerPoint stops working and you're like, where are my slides going? Like, where are my slides? You got to learn how to pivot and gain new skills. So those are just some of the many skills that you learn from attending a TLI.
Yes, definitely. 100%. I hope to see everyone there. We're going to
Good,
have a great time.
good skill. So Saturday, you got time, June 24th, Grange Insurance, 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We want to see you there, and you don't want to miss this event. Derryck, thanks you so much for taking time out to speak with us.
I appreciate it, Johnny. And just one final thought. Please register in advance. In order to enter the Grange Insurance building, we have to have your name and information in advance. So please go out to the Eventbrite to click on the registration link to let us know in advance that you are coming. Registration closes on the 21st. So please make sure don't tally and delay in registering. Do it as soon as possible.
As soon as possible. And we will put the QR code up at the end of this message, and we'll also include the link, the URL to the Eventbrite where you can go out and register.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Awesome.